Okay, parents, let's talk about it. You know I'm driving, so please forgive me. I own a courier business. Let's talk about today. Pushing your kids across the start line. Pushing your kids across the start line. I don't know what it is. These kids are not like us. I know I've talked about our kids in the past, but these kids are not like us. Literally, figuratively, all of the leads. Because they are, this is not all of them, but this is the big majority of them. They are not self-starters. They are not going to go do what they need to do until they can do what they want to do. They will not be forward progress. They are not going to get out there and get moving. They're just not. I don't understand what it is. A lot of us are just, a lot of you are just pushing your kids literally across the start line. Some of your kids ain't even got to the start line yet. And it's aggravating, it's upsetting. But the main thing is we have to keep pushing. Now, what does that mean, push your kid across the start line? These kids are, in a lot of ways, one-dimensional. They won't just get out there and move. They won't just get out there and make stuff happen. If they hit a roadblock, a stumbling block, or you need to do this, you need to complete this before you can go to the next step, they are stumped, man. I'm speaking from experience. I got 3 young men. He'll never watch this video, so I can talk about them. My middle son, he'll be 30 at the end of the month. He's in truck driving school now. Well, when I tell you guys, I have literally been pushing him through school. I just don't understand before he went, and again, he would be mad. Well, he probably wouldn't care, but I'm just telling you guys, this is just between me and you. Before he started, because you guys know I'm a truck driver by trade, but I do a whole lot of stuff and I do it well. Before he went to truck driving school, a few weeks before, I said, hey, go ahead and study the app so that you can get your CDL permit before you go to class. Because when you first go to class, the first week is going to be about getting your CDL permit. Of course, he didn't go. He didn't go do it. He starts school the first week. School is different now than when I went. Basically, they are just pushing people through truck driving school. I don't know what it is, but they're just like, I guess, just like school, just like grade school. They're just pushing people through. They don't care. It's pretty crazy. But anyway, so after that, as a matter of fact, the school that he's going to, the first week, he had a virtual teacher. They were literally looking at the teacher on the computer screen because the instructor was teaching 3 different classes and 3 different locations. I don't know. So a lot of stuff I feel like they're missing. He'll get it. I have faith that he'll get it. He's a smart guy. So the rest of the kids, the rest of the adults in the class and him, sometime between Monday through Friday, they were told, hey, you need to go ahead and get your CDL permit this weekend. Did he do it? No, he didn't do it. So Monday, we're on the way. No, I found this out on Monday. Now, mind you, I've been dropping him off to class in the mornings. So, just for whatever reason, I've been dropping him off. And again, I'm telling, you know what, who cares? So, on that Tuesday, we're going to class, and he says, it might have been Monday or Tuesday. He said, yeah, well, they told us that we're supposed to have gotten our permit this weekend. Okay. Oh, yeah, that was Monday. So on the way to class Tuesday, I was like, oh, really? Signal light, sharp right turn. Let's go to the DMV before we go to class. So we go to class. We go to the DMV. He goes in, comes back out. I have a fine on my license, or license was suspended or something like that. So I have a fine, so I need to go to the courthouse to pay the fine. We go pay the fine. We go back to another driver service, another DDS. He comes out again. They said I need to, the lady said that I was all clear, but I have a fee for failure to appear to court for his ticket. I'm sorry, I failed to say that. His ticket was, he didn't, for holding his phone in his hand. So he had a ticket like some months ago. So but in his words, I took care of that. I paid it. I paid for it or whatever. Yeah, of course you did. I know you did. So we go, instead of going back, he said, but they said that we could pay that online. So he pays that online. He goes back in there. There's 3 parts of the test. He comes out again. I didn't pass one section of the test. I got to come back for a retake. I take him and drop him off. To school. Okay. So he said he was going to go the weekend. So he was supposed to go the next weekend, Saturday. Mind you, he went on Saturday. But the time, now mind you, he's a grown man, so I'm letting him handle his business. So he tells me, or tells his mom, his mom asks him about, hey, did you go get your license? Again, this is like the next Monday. So he said, yeah, I went down there, but they stopped testing at like 11, on Saturday. They stopped testing like 11:30. I'm thinking, bro, really? What were you doing that you couldn't get down there early? So I'm a guy that I say stuff that they're going to remember. So it's totally random stuff, but I gotta have 3 sons. So I say stuff that's gonna keep them stay in their memory. So I told him, listen, man, you have to understand, if someone tells you need 3 red shoestrings by the end of the week, go get your shoestrings down so you'll have them. Don't wait for the rest of the week to say, well, I got time, I'll get the shoestrings later on, because you might get to the spot, they might only have 2 red shoestrings. You might get to the spot, they might not have the complexion of red shoestrings, I don't know, that you need. So don't wait, go ahead. So in short, he should have went that morning, early Saturday morning. That should have been the first thing on his list, not sleep in and say, hey, I'll go get it later or whatever. I digress. So so I'm taking them to class. So I have a pickup. So I said, hey, do you want to ride? You want to catch? You want me to just drop you off at the train, or you want to go and ride with me? He said, well, I'll just hang out. He said, I need to call the school, let them know I'm gonna be a little late. So he calls the school and asks the school. He lets the school know, hey, I'm gonna be a little late. So I hear him say, no, I haven't had the chance to yet. You haven't had the chance to what? You haven't had the chance to get your permit, go finish the test or whatever. So I said, I'll tell you what. He carries my e-bike with him. It's a foldable e-bike. So I said, I'll tell you what, I'm going to drop you off at this train station. You go try for that test, and then come in, and then I'll pick you up. Cool. So I did my delivery. I'll call him back, and he's like, okay. Oh, I call him back, and I say, hey, I'm a couple minutes out. And I talked to him, hey, I passed. He's glad he's skipping now. He passed. Great. I'm glad about it. Okay, cool. So the next week, something was going on with his phone. So if you drive commercially, there's a thing called the FMCSA, Federal Motor Carrier Safety Association. So we're going to school, and I'm asking about his driving. So you've been driving? He's like, well, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get behind the wheel. What do you mean you don't know if you're gonna be able to get behind the wheel? So he's like, well, they sent me an email, but something's going on my phone, so I wasn't able to verify something, basically to, I guess, clearinghouse and stuff like that. So I wasn't able to verify on my phone. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, the whole weekend, why didn't you say anything to me and your mom? We could have, try to figure this out, what was going on with his phone or whatever. But these kids, because you have to basically push them across the starting line, and I am not exaggerating, you have to push them across the starting line. I'm talking to him, and I'm just so frustrated with him. So, I'm sorry, let me calm down. So I'm just so frustrated with him. So I asked him, okay, what do we need to figure out this phone situation? So we get the phone situation figured out. Okay, he's on the way. So I will say today, he's got all of his signatures signed off or whatever. So now he's just waiting to test out so he get his license. When I tell you guys, I have literally pushed him through this truck driving school. Now, mind you, I told him years ago, hey, why don't you go to truck driving school? You always have a job, because you can always get a job with your CDL license. He didn't want to do that. His best friend is a truck driver. His best friend is married with kids and supporting the family, being a truck driver. Now, mind you, I told this cat that a while ago, but whatever we tell them, they're not trying to hear it. Whatever you tell them, they're not trying to hear it. We here now. But let me say this: before he got out of that car that day, when we were talking about the FMCSA, I let him have it, man. I let him have it to the degree that I know and it's always been my wife's thing, when you send your kids to school, mind you, he's a grown man, but when you send your kids to school, you want to make sure they have a good day. I didn't care. I was like, yo, you need to get something on your mind. Go get the 3 red shoestrings. Guys, I know you are pushing your kids across the start line. Don't stop. Now I will say, after he gets his license, I'm done. Oh my God, I am done. And don't get me wrong, he's not a bad kid. He's just that kid is like, well, I'll figure it out. I'll wait. I'll get there. So that's it. That's it, guys. Don't give up on your kids. Everybody, or there's a lot of you going through the same deal with your kids. If your kids might be staying at the house, your kid might be staying down the street, your kid might not be doing this or might not be doing that. But stay focused and keep on. Because this is the thing. I can't give up on my kids. Because God never gave up on me. I can't give up on my kids because I can't say I'm gonna cut them off. And I say I'm done, but I'm still gonna be there. I'm still gonna be that dad because a few years ago I told you I had a scare that I was almost not here anymore because I had stage 3 colon cancer. So I'm always gonna be there. Maybe just not as much because they gotta get it. Don't stop pushing your kids. Push them across that start line. Be stern with them. Don't let them run over you. But just understand, you're not in this by yourself. You are not in this by yourself. There's a lot of other people that are going through the same stuff that you're going through. So you can do it. I promise you can do it. I don't care how tired of your kid you get. God don't get tired of us. His grace and mercy, he always keeps us. He always take care of us. That's it for this video, guys. Tired of pushing your kid across the start line? Keep pushing. They're going to get there. Some people take longer than others, but they're going to get there. Hey, if you made this far of the video, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit that bell so that you get notified when I post new videos. I appreciate you guys watching. My name is Tim. This is Faith in the Pivot After 50. Love you guys. Till next time.